going to be the morning of the 22nd of December. 9 days remain.
Right.
And weather. Does anyone remember the weather? Yes. Okay, so the weather.
It was sunny
today,
and lovely.
No, it was actually no. It was it was a snowy day, but
Damned.
but it was the pleasant kind of snow. It was falling down slowly in a mellow setting. A slight wind is blowing, and the world is turning into a winter wonderland, as if it hadn't already.
Oh my god, it's gonna be beautiful.
Let's see what you make of it.
All right, so is it nighttime or?
It can be the evening of the 21st or the morning of the 22nd.
Let's go with morning. Let's just say I had a lovely, lovely rest.
All right, yeah. So morning of the 22nd. Sure.
All right, wonderful. What are the bathrooms like? Are they clean?
I'm sorry, the bathroom is outside. At least it doesn't smell as bad at this time of year, right?
I mean, I'll just piss in the corner. That's fine with me. I don't.
Burning bridges.
Right, so it's morning. What was
Liquid.
the I keep forgetting his name. The barman.
Oh, now you're putting me on the spotlight. I don't think he had a name.
Oh,
Or maybe he did, and no. We rolled for the name of the bartender in what's his face in Giselle, and I forgot that. But I don't think we rolled for this guy. So give me a second. Let's find out.
was it?
Male name generator. Let's go with Lewis. That seems like a good one.
Let's go with Kevin.
Lewis. You want him to be a Kevin?
Sounds like a Kevin.
He sure looks like one. Let's do Kevin. Sure, Kevin the bartender.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get up in my morning wear. I'm not gonna put on my armor. You know how it is. It's too clunky for that in the mornings. I'm a bit weak. Got to warm up. You know how it is. We've all been there. Weak knees in the morning. I'm sure.
Sure.
I'll go down to the old bar. I don't have any money, so I guess did he say drinks were free as well? Or was it just food?
You had a meal on the house.
Damn it. All right.
So there was an offer to run out.
I guess I search for good old Kevin.
Well, he's at the bar. There's not much searching that needs to be done, luckily.
Then I have found him. I am good. Inspiration for that?
You already have it.
Do I? Well, there you go then. All right. I walk up to him and I whisper, I need some work, my friend. I find myself a bit short of coin. Do you have anything that could use my certain skill set?
There's a bit of a bad time for a lack of coin, huh?
Yeah. You know, what do you want me to say to that? Yeah, of course it is.
Well, the knight, this Hawkwing fellow off to the east, he has some basilisk problem that's been growing for a couple months now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna
I've heard
pay
about
you
that.
a handsome bit if you deal with that.
You see, the problem is that I am only one person, and you want me to go running and deal with that? Are you a madman?
He shrugs.
Yeah, of course you would.
And he leans in and goes down to whisper level as well. Says, you can always try the quarry. Maybe the folks there have some illicit work.
I mean, you know, I don't know if you know much about me. I mean, aside from the bounty, I am actually a good person. I don't want to sort of sully my reputation. Are they jobs above board? You know,
Microphone
I want to know what I'm getting into beforehand.
Above board, other than the basilisk problem, not much else going around here. I did hear that the village in that little valley to the north, they've been dealing with some sort of ghost. I think banshee is what some traveler called her. Maybe they want some help. Don't know about payment though.
Right. I mean, let's just say, hypothetically, I may be interested in going to the quarry. I'm sort of new to town. Which way would that be?
Well, that quarry is to the north. It's probably a day away. You just keep heading them along the main road. Once you pass the mountain range, you will see an intersection, and you need to take a left. From there on out, it's pretty straightforward.
Right, and there's not some sort of passcode I've got to say at the door or something ridiculous.
And they say like they don't use any sort of passcode, but they do use green war paint on their faces to help signify who's who.
So should I get some wall paint?
The bartender shrugs and says, "Might be a good idea."
Right. Now, Kevin, you're a lovely man. We've established this. We've established that you've given me a discount on my bounty. We've established that as well. But I'm kind of fucking broke. Do you have some spare wall paint lying around?
Give me a persuasion check. I'm trying to pull
believe.
his leg a little. He looks around, sees that it's a bit of a lull in the business, and beckons to come behind the bar. He goes into a
Nice.
back room.
I mean, I don't want to get my fingers dirty this early in the morning, so can you apply it to me?
And
My
that's pretty
mustache.
easy. And he turns around with as you come into the back room, he turns to you and is holding this painting brush. It's already dipped in green, and he just draws two lines across your cheeks. Now you well, you look a little scary to the locals, right?
But with two paintbrush swipes, I look fucking
It's just-
terrifying to them now.
It's the symbolism.
Right, got you.
Bandits are, an established fixture of this place.
I mean,
And
I
the
probably should
bartenders-
have asked.
Sound muted. Sound
This isn't
microphone
gonna get me into
muted.
trouble, right? I'm not gonna if we meet some nobos or just some guards or something, they're not gonna look at me in some weird way, are they?
Oh nope. The locals are know full well what this war paint means. If you meet travelers from other places, they might not be aware, but any local will.
Wonderful. Now, how about some breakfast before I leave?
Oh, now that you have been marked, my friend, I'm not sure if it's safe for you to be around here anymore.
Well, then
Marshall,
why did you do it?
Didn't you want me to do it?
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that it's not safe to be around here anymore.
Oh, that was an assumption on my part. Yes. But regardless, you should probably take the back door.
No. I want some breakfast. Can I get some?
Thinks for a while. Says, "Fine, but you gotta pay up."
Kevin.
and you eat them back.
Sweet Kevin. I thought from our conversation just 6 minutes ago, I thought we already established that I'm looking, I'm looking for work because I don't have any money. I thought we've established this. I thought we have a bond here, Kevin. Can't I just get something that just some scraps or something?
Give me a persuasion check, but you're really pulling his leg here.
Oh, should I use inspiration? Nah, I believe. I believe in nothing. Or is it?
No, I'm sorry. I don't think he's convinced at this point. You've gotten a lot of hospitality from him. You're starting to generate.
I just flick my wrist in dismissal and go upstairs to get my armor and clothe myself properly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, lovely.
And you're not really disturbed at this hour.
All right, I'm gonna go out the front door. Fuck the back door. Is it all calm?
Okay, so as you come out through the front door, okay, so there's a couple patrons in the at the end, right? Even at this early hour, and yeah, they notice they look at you pass by, and they give you long stares, but they don't really say anything, and yeah, they just let you go after a looking session.
So they just look at me. Is that it?
Yes.
Fine. So much for being worried. All right, I go out the front door. Is that all calm outside?
Yeah, people are not really sticking their heads out in the weather. They're either out doing some field work or in their houses.
All right. Well, I guess there's not much reason for me to stay. I'm gonna make my way to the quarry.
Okay. As you're walking towards the quarry, a fair bit of distance, right? It's gonna take you like 5 hours to get to the crossroads, right?
Mm-hmm.
as you're coming close to the point where Kevin said that you should see a road dive off, you come all across a bump in the road, and out there in the middle of the snow-covered field, really, at this point, because this white shit has covered everything, and only a few brave tracks mark where the road is supposed to be. You are coming up on a scene of armed robbery. There's a small group of farmers, like 6 people spread across 2 cars filled with various types of produce going towards the market in Chazal. And surrounding them are a small group of bandits. You see 5 people with the green war paint. They're rummaging through the carts and what's the word? Shaking money out of the villagers. You're coming up on that scene.
And there's 5 of them?
Yes.
Hmm. I woke up the robbery with a smile on my face and pat one of the bandits on the back and go, "Got any good takings?"
Yeah, so they see you coming, obviously, and at first they get ready to cut you down to size. You're a witness to their deed, but they quickly notice the warp and just let you come over. And they say, hello there, fellow. Uh, yeah, hello there, fellow highwayman. Now, nothing special. They're just, and he turns around and punches the guy behind the guy standing behind him straight in the face. There's blood spurs. He falls down into the snow with a muffled sound. He turns back to you. There's some scraps of shitty food and a couple copper pieces. What a waste of time that was. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Hubert Kelleran.
Oh, aren't you the one from the bounties?
Oh, what? I've posted a bounty, yes.
No, I meant the
Yes.
bounty posted by the town guard.
Oh, that classic misunderstanding. You know how that is. You go to a town you've never been to, you murder the mayor. Oopsie daisies. Things happened. But yes, hello.
Yeah, right. That mayor had it coming anyway.
Oh,
And
well.
congratulations.
Yeah, he did. I spit on him.
Congratulations on clearing your name too. What brings you here?
Oh, I look for employment. I have fallen on hard times, and I need coin.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, as you can see, not much coin here. But maybe there's something happening at the base. I can go there, look around.
I was heading there. I noticed that you said you had scraps of food. You don't mind if I get some, do you? Kevin in the bar won't give me any breakfast.
Alright, let me just ask this man here right 1 second, and he leans in down to this man and he says, can my friend here please take some of your produce? Nah, of course he can. And he kicks him a couple times, and the peasant rolls over and away and paid. Yeah, you're free to do whatever here.
Oh my! Right. I'm not used to such horrendous acts, but I keep my mouth closed. And...
You what?
What? Okay.
Yeah, sure. You keep it to
It was
yourself. Yeah.
Olin's fault the mayor died, right? And it's
Yes.
his fault for everything else, right? I was just there.
So it's fine that he was grabbed by the Lich King and stuff.
Oh yeah, when he got mind raped, that was my favorite part.
It all comes together.
I smile and take some food and bid the gentleman good day and carry on towards the base.
So you take off into the previously undiscovered region, yeah?
Yep.
So you walk off the main road, and despite it being, well, just that, a small path, it's clearly being used, at least by someone. So you are able to follow the tracks quite easily, and you go down into this large open valley. And right now, there's not much going on here, just small rolling hills and for everything. Small rolling hills and lots of snow. And then in the middle of this whole place, there is a bit of a ditch again, and all you can see is palisade wall that surrounds that surrounds some sort of encampment.
Okay. Did I see the entrance?
Yeah, there's a trail leading towards it, and there's a gate at the end of it.
All right. There's a gate. So I will carefully walk my way to the gate and give it an old 1-2 knock.
Yeah, before you even get to the gate, you hear a hail coming from up on the palisade, and someone says, Hello, travelers! Stop right there, or eat a bolt. And yeah, you look up, and there's two men aiming their crossbows at you.
Hello.
What are you looking for here? This is private property.
I think you've got me mistaken. I gesture to the wall paint. I'm looking for some employment.
The guy looks at you. Sure. I don't recognize your face, but sure. Come in. I'll have our eyes on you, so don't do anything funny.
As if I would.
He mutters, knowing full well he would.
What?
Yeah, the gate. They opened the gate for you a smidge, so as to not let too much snow in, and you can come inside.
Well, they better open it a smidge more, because, I'm a hefty dwarf.
They open it a smidge enough, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have maybe an hour left of sunlight, and you walk in. That was around it, but yeah, you walk through the gate, and on the other side of the wall, there is a very quick drop into a large pit. Now, this place is indeed built around like an old quarry, and you can still see some leftovers from stonemason work, tools, some half shaped blocks of stone. Since you're a dwarf, you can recognize those as stone of really good quality. Whoever look,
Oh
whoever
my god, not stone of really good quality. It's my favorite type of stone.
There you go. No, yeah. I mean, whoever this cited this quarry sure was aware of what kind of what type of rock is required for any sort of masonry work. So this thing is sure not to crack or show any weaknesses with over time as it's being used. Yeah, kind of along the edges of the quarry, connected by narrow, like gangplank level passages and rope bridges, is a series of houses. That there's smoke rising from them. There's lights coming. One of them, bit of the bit of a larger one, closer to the entrance. You hear some music and the sounds of revelry coming from inside, and kind of all along the various levels of this pit, there are entrances into some sort of cave system. It's probably where they were taking stone away. So they didn't just dig everything out. They were also prospecting deeper into the ground, into the earth around here. And yeah, altogether, this seems to be a pretty active place. There's guards some sort of guards patrolling. There's people minding their business everywhere, and apparently an inn is even functional. So yeah, you have about an hour left of sunlight today. What do you do?
All right. I assume where the music is coming from and all that nonsense is probably an inn of some sort. So intrigued, I hop, skip, and jump my way giddily to the building.
Yeah, you make sure not to slip on the slippery surface of this mine, because the way down is long and painful, rather quick and painful, or long and difficult. And yeah, sure, you enter the building, and it sure looks like an inn. There's even a barmaid. People, there's a few groups of men sitting around drinking ale from large mugs, playing dice and cards, or just partying. Seems like a nice place. Cozy.
Seems like a nice place. I guess I'll go up to the bartender and I mean, I'm gonna cut the chivalry right here. I'm looking for work. I go up to him. I say, "Excuse me, do you know where I can get some employment around here?"
Yeah, and the bartender is this grizzly older man with a black eye patch on his left eye. This massive arms resting on the counter. He looks at you with his one good eye and says, "I know your face."
Use you?
Yeah, I know ya.
You
What you
know
looking?
me?
Why you came here? Not your place.
I mean, I thought we already established. I came here for some employment.
And he stretches a little. Ain't got no employment in this place. Land of the free. You want something? You ask others. We ain't got no jobs here.
Listen, old man. I know the type of business this place is. I'm the best of the best. You know me before I even introduced myself, so you know what I've done, what I'm capable of doing. And if you're going to turn someone like me away, then you're a bigger fool than I take you for.
Got some spine to talk back, huh? Well, there ain't nothing here till the boss comes back. And you can try talk to some of the folks here. Maybe they got something.
All right. I turn my back to him. Said there was a group of rabble rousers drinking, right?
Yep.
I go over to them and sit down and ask
Yeah,
them,
Hmm?
what they're doing.
Yeah, one of them hushes you down and says, "No, we're telling stories. Listen to this one." And yeah, you cut it in like the midpoint of some sort of not fairy tale, but tale of uh of a young knight that was sent out to slay a dragon, right? But on his way to the dragon's lair, uh, he's rested at a small lake, right? And from this lake came this beautiful woman, yeah, and she pleaded for help from him, and of course the young gallant knight can't refuse a young lady in need, yeah. So
Of course
he
not.
so he chased after her, and she led him along the shore of the lake, and then the darkness descended upon him. He didn't see anything, and he could only hear her calling out still calling out for the help. And so he ran blindly, and he ran. Suddenly, the ground escaped from beyond his feet, and he dove deep into the water. He tried to swim up, but something was holding him. And he turned to see what it was, and it was the face of this woman, and and the torso of this woman. There's a bit of a side tangent here about the breast, uh, and
You're a dirty man.
her bottom half was a fishtail, and she wrapped it around his legs so he couldn't move, and she grabbed his arms so he couldn't move them either, and then she ate his face.
Wow, that escalated pretty quick. She ate his face. Just just like that. She just ate his face.
And the moral of the story, folks, you don't want to hang out with sirens. Pretty they are, nasty biters. And everyone, yeah, people just chuckle around, and one of the bandits says, "All right, my turn." I have a story of the King of High Rock. And the
Hmm.
man that shushed you previously, like, rolls his eyes and makes theatrical gestures, like, not again, not again. So yeah, the guy that said he'd tell the story, like, walked off to get a beer for a moment. Everyone's settling in, getting ready to listen.
Oh, that was a good siren story, lads. You know, I've known some women that are just like sirens. Can't trust them, right? Do they laugh?
And they get you a hearty chuckle. Like one of them goes on to start telling of his story about this one last he met over in the capital before, and he didn't get very deep into it. Like, you didn't even get to the last point when the guy returned and says, "Okay, so who's ready for a story about the High King, huh?"
Well, listen. Before we get into that, I'm trying to find some work. Do you lads happen to know of anyone that's hiring?
Ah, then I have the story just for you. Just
mean-
you listen, my little man.
Well, I need a job offer, not a story.
And it all comes in due time. So,
Okay.
once upon a time, long ago, in not very far from here, there lived the king on the high rock. And the guy next to you is like, yes, he did. And he didn't do anything impressive whatsoever about it. And the guy shouted at him, "You shut up. You let me tell my story and shut up."
Right. Tell
And
him.
and king on the high rock ruled over all these lands with an iron fist.
Hmm.
And he made sure that all the taxes were paid, all the dividends were taken, all traffic controlled by him, and all his from all this money he gathered, he made a strong army, and he made sure that no honest bandit could ever sleep in peace around these parts. And there's a couple grumbles from all, all the folks gathered. And he lived in his old, long forgotten now castle of High Rock.
Hmm.
It's a real place. I've seen it. It it has since fallen to ruin. But back when the king was ruling over these lands, oh, did it glow with luxuries and gold and jewels pouring out of the tower of his solitary castle. And the guy is like, "No, you're that's bullshit. No self-respecting king would ever have his, his riches just fall out into the open like that." The guy shouts at him, "Silence! Silence!" I can't do this voice for much longer because it's killing myself.
I imagine.
Sorry. Not your story. Anyway, High King, king on the high rock. He didn't marry well. He tried and tried, and he never could get himself a son, carry on his legacy. And as he got old, his men left him, servants left him, his wife left him, everyone left him. But what didn't leave him was his treasure. Ah, lads, the treasure of the king on the high rock is still out there, waiting to be claimed by those brave and smart enough to unlock the secrets of the castle.
So, if you know all this about this castle, why haven't you gone there yourself and claimed the treasure for yourself?
Ah, because I am not that smart or that strong of a man anymore. Now my time is spent doing simpler things, just making ends meet. Go out there, and I take my food for the week from a passing by group of farmers. That's what I've become. And you, young one, he looks around the crowd. Most of those people are like half his age. You young ones, you got still a lot of time ahead of you. And a lot of adventure. All it takes is a little courage and a little smarts, and you're gonna be rich. And the guy that's sitting next to you, yeah, right, you said the same to the other three groups, and, well, where are they? Oh, they're gone now. That's because they were not strong enough to claim the treasure of High Rock. And one day, someone capable will come, and he'll claim that. And then all you naysayers will be sorry. The guys, the downstairs is just like, yeah, right. So yeah, a bit of a silence ensues as the guy finishes his story and washes his throat.
But I understand you say you're old now, but why? If you have all this knowledge, why didn't you just go out on an expedition and just wait near this so-called castle and send troops in and give them the foresight and what's going to happen in there? I don't understand why you would just sit on this.
I am but a simple man.
Well, you say that, but surely you would want riches, yes?
Yes. But you see, young one, with age comes knowledge. With this knowledge comes knowing when you're at your limits. And this is beyond them.
Right. I mean, I turn to the other members of the group and I'm like, is this guy actually serious?
He tells this story every week, the guy says. Every week without fail. Sometimes someone falls for it and goes out there to look for this High Rock. Nobody ever sees them again.
Where? I turn back to the old man. Where is this castle you speak of?
Oh, it's to the east. It's in those mountains that you can see from a distance when you come to the Hawkwing estate. Somewhere hidden in those crags there lies the High Rock.
Right, and how much gold are we talking and treasure is hidden away in this so-called castle of yours, old man?
Beyond your wildest dreams. The greatest treasures of all time. And a hoard of gold a dragon would be proud of.
So, what's defending this treasure?
Devious mechanisms and vicious beasts that the king of High Rock installed there to keep this treasure safe.
Okay, well, somebody stop his bar tab. He's clearly had enough. Does anyone else have any job offers or anything going about?
Just a bunch of head shaking and grumbling. And we just came back from hitting a couple, some sort of merchants. I don't know what they were looking for here this late north, but we got rich. Got a bunch of spices. Their coin sells pretty well. We're set for the next few weeks.
Does anyone know I could get a job then? Anything?
I mean, ask around if anyone's taking newcomers. I mean, hell, maybe even someone wants to go to this High Rock, huh? Small chuckle around
Yeah.
the table.
Right. Okay. Well. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the stories. I look around. Who else do I see?
There's a group of folks gambling playing some dice, trying to win big. And some people are gathered near a couple musicians, or just they're playing their instruments and dancing.
Right. The bartender said something about his boss, right? And jobs are not happening until he comes back. So I go back to the bartender and ask about his boss and when he thinks he'll be returning.
Crooked Steven is his name, huh? I don't know when he comes back. Said something about finding us some horses. There's those
Some-
wild horses in the North Sea and those
Oh.
plains over there. I don't know when he comes back. Took a group of men. I'm gonna try some horse catching.
Okay, well, thanks again for nothing. And I go over to the people playing dice. I ask them if they have a quick moment to tell me if they know of any jobs that are going at the moment.
Yeah, they're busy watching a game of this die poker. And, seems the wager got pretty high. Like you see on the table next to them, there's a couple gemstones and like a pile of gold coins lying there, and the two players just eyeing each other and getting ready to throw. So everyone's like hushed down, waiting for them waiting for the resolution of this match.
All right, well, I guess I wait till this match is over with.
All right, the man on the right rolls a three of a kind, which is the winning roll here, and there's a bit of a celebration, laughter, and an angry fist punching the table. Some of the coins roll off, and yeah, the winner just gathers up his coin, and two other people sit down to play. They start wagering.
Okay, well, while there's the shuffling, I ask again, does anyone know of any jobs that are going?
Here's a job right here. You see how much he lost? That's enough to live like a king for a month.
All right, well, these people are fucking useless. All right, I go over to the people enjoying the music, and
Right.
I guess we're close to the music, so I raise my voice a little. Do any of you fine people know of any jobs going at the moment?
Well, actually, so you're coming towards them, and yeah, there's two men playing. One of them has a harmonica, and one of them has not a violin, a lute, and together they're making this rather high pitched ballad of some kind. And some people are clapping, some people are drinking, and there's two men kind of on the side. They're talking to each other, and you're passing by them, so you overhear, hey, maybe we can go to that high rock place. Not too far, it won't
my
hurt.
God. Oh, did I hear you talk about the High Rock?
I turn towards you. And what's it to you?
Well, the DM hasn't given me any other jobs apart from this High Rock place. I think he wants me to go there. So I was actually thinking of going there now because there's nothing else for me to do. So do you want to go together?
Can you close the door? Because you just broke the fourth wall so hard, there's a huge gaping hole and nose coming in. And why would we take you with us?
I mean, well, for one,
And then the other one like shoves his elbow into him. And, don't you recognize him? He's that dwarf, Hilg the Mayor. He looks back. I knew that face was familiar from somewhere. Now, okay, hold on. Jane's coming with drinks, and then we can talk it out with the four of us. Okay?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I like where this is going. I mean, you're gonna order me a drink as well, boys, right?
Yeah,
If
and
we're
he-
gonna
yeah,
talk business.
he turns around and like shouts across the bar, "Hey, Jane, Jane, one more!" And yeah, some woman, mm, confused at first, just nods, and in a moment she comes back um with 4 mugs and sits down. And, well, boys, got yourself a partner? She looks you up and down. I know that partner as well. What are you looking for here, stranger?
Oh, I'm just funny story. I put a bounty, kidnapping on my future wife, and I'm a bit short of coins, so I'm looking for employment to fund this.
You probably don't want this news spreading, she chuckles.
No, of course not. But hey, people know me. They know I'm good for my word. I'm only like what 30 coins short, so nothing big.
Maybe we'll take you up on it, but hey, boys, how much did you tell him so far? They just give you they just mumbled not much, right? Got the gist of it. Well, basically, she says, I think that this guy over there, and she points at the older guy that gave you the story. He knows something, and at least half of it has to be true. So I'm thinking we can, me and the boys, we can at least go and take a look at this High Rock place. It's not that far away. We can get there in 2 days tops. Not much trouble.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've heard that many people have tried, but no one's returned.
One of the guys speaks up. I think that's just to spice up the story. There's nothing major, just people couldn't find it.
But aren't you curious as to why the old man hasn't done it himself? He keeps proclaiming of these riches, but he has not sought them out himself.
This old sod has been here for so long I can't even remember. Please, he can barely walk. I'm sure of it.
Okay, I mean, listen, I'm intrigued. There's not much else going in these parts, so if you'll have me, I'll happily tag along.
And they trade glances at each other, and eventually the woman says, "Sure." And she gives a quick look around and says, "You know what? I think it's best if we leave right now."
I mean,
She gives
fine with me.
meaningful looks at the other two. They seem to be in on whatever you're missing here, and go to get their
If I'm gonna get raped, I'm not gonna be happy. This is something where they turn the corner and they got a knife to my throat. I'm gonna cry.
I mean, Mama told you to not go out alone at night, right?
Well, she forced me out.
Oh, so she did tell you. Okay, that's
It's like,
awkward.
get out! All right, yeah, no, good. I finished my free drink, and yeah, happily follow them.
Okay, so without screwing about, you guys set out, and okay, so his names are I need a name generator for it. Hold on.
I imagine you didn't have their names down.
Sorry. Okay, so okay, so Jane is the woman of the pack, and she's some sort of half-assed ranger.
What is
in comparison to the
hotness
halfling?
roll? Just out
know.
of curiosity. What?
Above average.
Oh, okay. I was a 12, right? No, was I? No, I was. Was I? I was 13 actually, maybe.
I only remember that Anna was 16.
I know, hot.
Yeah, Jane's the ranger. She has a she has a bow and a certain lightness of step to her. And I had the name written. Okay, so Demward is one of the men with you, and he has a large axe thrown across his back, and the final man of the party is like a slinky man called Frank, and he seems to be your average run of the mill bandit. Has a sword and a small crossbow with him,
Mm-hmm.
all clad in leather armor, all have the war paint, and they seem to be, a pack of friends. And okay, so yeah, so you set out, Jane leading the way, and she employs a very high pace. Like by the time the sun sets, you are already like almost the road, and you feel like setting down and chilling out for the night. Been a while, but Jane insists that you guys get going and that you will, and says that you can rest in an hour once you cross the main road and enter the canyon on the other side.
I mean, can't we rest here?
Now it's not safe. We're still look. Let's just say that we've made some new acquaintances, and it's best that they don't catch up for a chit chat.
So I just stop and ask, don't you think this is information I should be privy to? What acquaintances exactly are you talking about?
They share glances again, and already forgot his name. Good job. And Demward says, let's just say that you're not the only one short on money.
I mean, well, that doesn't really. That doesn't explain who's after you or what.
Look, whenever the boss returns, he's gonna ask some uncomfortable questions about us being behind on payment, Jane says. So, let's get far away from here, okay?
Okay, I guess I just shrug and
Right, so
off my shoes and follow.
if you keep going, you need to give me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
What are you saying?
You're pushing yourself to maintain not only the pace but also the length of the traveling day.
Right, what's that roll in English?
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And you need to roll 10 or higher.
I believe. Should I use nah? Fuck it.
All right, you pass. So it is strenuous, but hey, it's fine. The weather keeps you cool, and you travel past the main road and out into the grasslands of the area. Well, or like snowlands, really. But Jane seems to be very familiar with this place, so you can maintain high speed throughout, and you put up a considerable distance between you and the raided quarry. And finally, they let you settle down for the night.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't want to. Well, do I? What's the woman called again?
Jane.
How could I forget such a simple name? I ask. I guess we set up camp, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just interested in them. So I go over to Jane and ask how she got into this line of work.
Been a village lady and a husband. Things were going well. And then some bandits came and the husband left. Didn't have much choice. So I picked up the trade as well.
Right. So, I mean, you felt hard done by, so now you've joined the organization, I guess you would call it, that did you over to begin with.
Can't beat the enemy, you join the enemy. I mean, Demord and Frank aren't too bad. They're a little dim sometimes, but they're pleasant company, all right. They could have been worse, really.
Okay, I just sighed to myself and just said, I'm gonna go sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
There you are. Okay, so give me a D20, just a flat D20. Let's see what happens at night. All right. Night passes uneventfully, and the morning comes, and the wind and the snow have stopped, so it's become much more warm for you guys. And welcome to 23rd of December. You guys are gonna set out, continue on your way. That's correct.
Yep.
All right. So you continue merrily along this snow-covered field. Nobody comes around here. You only see the occasional tracks of wildlife, but no human, no nothing was here before you. Pretty virgin lands, pretty much. Empty, desolate to an extent, but at least nobody's pestering you, right? And then you come out onto this road, and you are informed that it connects the Hawkwing Estate and the place that had basilisk trouble with the with another village, and beyond that village it goes north. Is all. Now the question is, Jane kind of gathers you around. Do we go straight for High Rock, or do you think we can do something about those basilisks? I heard this night pays really good.
You know what, Jane? I can see why you're the leader here. That's a fucking good idea. I support going to check out the basilisks.
Frank chips in, but how do we go about it? Do we just go to his estate and, hey, we're bandits, but we just want to deal with your basilisk? I don't think that's gonna go well.
Well, call me crazy. Why don't we just wash the paint off?
Demord says, but then if we run into other bandits, they won't know we're not bandits. That's bad for business.
So okay. Let me get this straight. I mean, I don't want to slag off your organization here. I mean, you got Jane; she's a lovely person, I'm sure. But you're telling me that in case of these situations, you don't actually carry the only thing that's going to help differentiate you two between your own kind and normal people. You don't actually have any spare green paint. Is that what you're telling me?
Look, time's been tight lately. Okay, it's not that easy being an honest robber.
All right, well, that's a huge contradiction in terms there. Okay, so for one, congratulations, you've confused me, and two, you're telling me again that you couldn't afford the only thing that helps you identify other people in your trade.
We didn't need it lately, Jane says.
I just sigh, face palm, and mumble. I'm with idiots. I'm with
Demord chimes
absolute
in and
idiots.
says, and we can, maybe if we just find the basilisk, then we can bring its head in, and maybe he won't be mad at us for being bandits.
Okay, again, it's a big estate. I would recommend we take our face paint off. I know you don't want to, but you're known. You've got a boss. You're known in the quarry. so we don't have to worry about that. People know my face as well. I think it would be fine.
All right, so give me a persuasion check. They're not sold on the idea, just based off of the words.
Oh, really?
And Frank says, "You know what? We can do this. Get this paint off, and find the basilisk. And with all the money we're gonna get from that, we can just buy some new one before we get back to the quarry. And there should be more than enough to pay the boss." And yeah, they eventually just nod in agreement, and yeah, they get to they grab some snow, melt it, and wash off the paint.
Right, perfect. I guess because Jane's the leader as well, I'm gonna follow behind her when we're ready. I don't
Right,
want to
so
be
you-
in the front.
So you,
Bad
so you
things
go
happen.
so you go to the estate, yeah?
Yeah, I follow Jane and her merry band of bandits.
Yeah, okay, so Jane is still pushing you guys to go fast. Clearly uneasy about this whole paying business. I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, so it takes you 5 hours to get to Hawkwing Estate. Yeah, and you arrive at this village, and yeah, sure enough, there's a lot of barns here, and at this time of year, it's not really much of a pasture land, right? But you can see why this place is so famous for its cattle, why it's so bountiful. Its harvests are so bountiful, and there's like over 2 dozen barns, very large barns that probably house hundreds of heads of cattle together. It's like a ranch at this point. And amidst of them, on a small hillock, there is wooden but of a stone foundation. Uh, uh, well, there is the estate itself, where the landed knights and Matthias Hawkwing resides. As you approach, someone must have noticed you. Not that you're that hard to see. And Sir Matthias comes riding out towards you on a horse, and dressed in his Spaldarian knight armor, on his chestnut-maned horse. So it's not just your ordinary plate, you know. Of course, the primary part of the whole suit is solid plate mail, but what then the important distinction is, on his back there are 2 large wings with feathers made out of metal, and you know those to be employed as a sort of a shock tactic, psychological effect during large cavalry charges. Those feathers clatter against each other to create a terrifying noise that shatters the morale of undisciplined enemies. Zoom knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, he comes up.
Yep.
So yeah, he comes up. He rides forth and says, "Greetings, travelers. I am Sir Matthias Hawkwing, and these are my lands. What are you looking for out here?"
I mean, I gestured to Jane. Seems that she is the leader of this group.
And she stumbles forwards for a bit, and finally says, "Oh God, doing that old man voice screwed me up."
Yeah.
Says, "Greetings, Sir Knight. We come to ask about the basilisk. You said there's a basilisk. There's a price for it." Says, "Ah, yes, the basilisk. Well, you see, I'm fairly certain it used to be a basilisk, but in the recent weeks, it's become many basilisks. There's at least 3 of them. We haven't seen them lately since, well, nobody goes out with the cattle in this kind of weather. but they've been plaguing the northwestern fields for a while now, and I'm afraid that they might grow bolder and come knocking on the barn doors any day now. Now, I'm ready to pay you fancily for dealing with those.
I pipe up. How much exactly are you paying?
And he finishes. But let's talk over these details during a meal. Please come into the estate.
Oh,
And yeah, he turns around and heads back towards the estate.
I mean, he's a bit rude. Didn't answer my question, but yeah, all right.
So yeah, you are allowed into the house, right? And I totally had the names of all the folks written down. So hold on.
Thank goodness.
I just need to find the name of his wife who greets you at the door.
Hodor?
No, it's Ador. Okay. So his wife Elise greets you at the door along with a servant, and the servant shows you into the dining room where two young boys already seated and eating away at a relatively exquisite supper. You don't remember the last time you've eaten this fancy looking seasoned and spiced up beef with a wide variety of vegetables, and there is even some sort of off brand but still wine waiting for everyone. And you are welcome to sit down and eat up. And yeah, after you take your seats, not too long after, the knight shows up, takes his place at the head of the table, and together you sit down and yeah, you enjoy yourselves a supper.
I mean, lovely. But as nice as this food is, I would like to discuss payment. I assume the payment has increased because the original contract was for one basilisk, and now you say there are many.
Well, the payment is still quite a hefty sum, it says, in between chunks of food. I'm offering a pouch of gems that I have collected way back during the Blight in return for dealing with this problem. They are worth a fair amount of gold.
I mean, talk numbers. How much is a fair amount?
Trying to. Maybe he picks up a pouch that he had at his side, and he lifts it up, shakes it up a bit, and you hear the gems clatter against each other. Yeah, it's a sizable pouch. Whatever's in it is worth a small fortune.
Well, again, my good sir, you have not answered my question.
This thing is worth precisely 576 gold, 5 copper pieces, and 4 silver. Now, yeah, he doesn't give you an exact number, but well, if he intends to give you this pouch, you're gonna make bank.
And while I go back to the other question again, we're not dealing with just one basilisk anymore.
That's the problem here.
I feel like payment should be increased for the added danger.
Of course, you will be rewarded appropriately for dealing with this problem.
Well, again, you're not getting my drift. I ask for numbers, then you don't give me numbers, and then I ask for more, and then you say I'll give you more, but you never ask. Do you have another pouch of gems, maybe?
But no, I don't happen to know exactly how much this is worth. He hides it. But fear not, you'll find yourself reimbursed for any faults.
Okay. I just look at Jane, give her the nod. Then we murder everyone.
She gives you a not bad taste.
Okay, I mean, yeah. I mean, is it night? It's nighttime now, right?
No, you still have 3 hours of sunlight.
Okay. Right. Well, what happens after the discussion of payment and the meal?
Well, that is kind of up to you.
Well, it's up
the
to
night.
Jane.
Okay,
She's
well,
the leader.
she looks around and says, "Well, they were supposed to be to the northwest. Maybe we can find some tracks there." And yeah, Frank says, "That seems like a good idea. You think you can find them?" She shrugs. Maybe. Don't know until we try. And you walk out. So yeah,
plan.
they're intent on going out and searching.
All right, I follow behind them.
All right. Jane rolls a survival check. And yeah, it for a while nothing much happens, and you're just trudging through the deep snow looking for something meaningful. Yeah, sure, there's tracks here, but some of them belong to peasants, some of them belong to cattle, and you're not really finding anything exciting. Occasional wildlife, maybe, but small game, nothing big, nothing worth considering even for the winter festival.
Yeah.
And
Good call.
and them words was starting to get impatient, saying things like, "Oh, come on, Jane. Winter festival is coming too, and we want to get there too. Don't have all the time in the world." So shut up. I found something. And you run over. She points at the tracks, which look quite curious. They are much deeper, and they belong to a quadruped, right? They are much deeper than the human ones. Obviously, not as deep as the bovine tracks. Cows are heavy, but the important thing here is that they are uh, they are a little wider set than anything else, and there is a small ditch in the snow in between them where where a tail would be dragged on the snow. There's enough snow here that that any smaller creatures are either covered completely or need to uh, take higher steps to not be covered. And basilisks are not that large by the looks of it. And the tracks, they don't head northwest, they head northeast. Like here.
I mean, do we follow the tracks? I ask Jane. Should we keep going, or should we return and wait for the for morning?
Well, I don't know. Tracks shouldn't go anywhere, but weather can change any second and any moment. That won't be bad. If more snow falls, we might not be able to find it. Or it might not be that far away. Might be worth going. We probably are not going to get another free meal, right?
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. We should follow the tracks while they're fresh.
All right, you're tracking the thing. I said you had 3 hours of sunlight, right?
Yep.
All right, so you reach mountains, like the edge of the mountain range. The terrain starts getting steep. You can still see the trail. It's going. It's much shallower now. Bovine, thank you. But you can still see them kind of along a small rock path going somewhere into the mountain range.
All right.
She turns to y'all and asks, "Well, do we follow? Getting late."
Jane, sweetie, listen to me. I've commanded a group of people before. If you want to seem like a good a good leader, I mean, I'm not knocking you. You know, I barely know you. Thank you for taking me on this adventure. It's very kind of you. I agree. Thank you. But if you're going to lead, actually lead. You know, don't look back. We're looking to you to lead us, Jane. All right, you don't look to us. Okay, we're looking to you. It's your decision. Are we going? Are we going to follow? Are we going to go back? I mean, don't take this the wrong way. You're a nice person and all, but I think your leadership skills are severely lacking.
And Frank chimes in and says, "Well, don't put her on the spot. I
Yeah, well,
think it
nobody
might...
was talking to you. All right, listen.
Look, I think it's a good idea to rest." And then, what's his face? Demward says, "No, look, we got this far. Might be close now. Still have an hour. We can go pretty far in an hour. We can probably find it. No, it's not. It's not worth it. It's not like the world is going to end if we suddenly
Oh
take
my
a
God, you
break
two,
here, and
shut
it's
up!
going to be
See,
easier here."
this is shut up. This is why Jane's here. She's the leader. She can tell us what to do. Jane, step up. Put us in line.
Well, and what is your opinion in all this?
Jane, did you not hear me say step up and decide? Now you're asking again from. Listen, this is sweetie, honey. Listen,
I'm asking for some guidance here. Help me out.
Listen. I'm here to follow what you say. I'm fine with camping. I'm fine with going. You made the great point of fresh snow covering the tracks. I think we should keep going.
She sighs and says, "All right, fine. Guys, let's go." And you start trekking into the mountains. And now it goes much slower because it's not as easy for any of you. You're not familiar enough with the slopes to make fast headway, so your pace grinds down quite severely. It's not very surprising given this place, but you know.
Well,
And
I'm a wood mountain dwarf, so I've got the
You
traits
wood
of a wood
mountain.
elf. So
right,
very nimble, very nimble.
yeah. So you spend some time traveling northeast, and at one point in your travel here, what is it? The 23rd of December now? I lost
Started
track.
on the 20.
We started on 21st.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, yeah, 24th.
Then you want 22nd. Then you camped in the... So it's 23rd today. Okay,
No, it's not. Wait, what? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
it is. Okay, so you're approaching this. You're approaching some point, and for roll. And so yeah, Jane is in the front. Where are you in the party composition? So Jane is
Yep.
leading the way because she's keeping tabs on the tracks. Where do you place yourself?
I'm in the back, just in case something attacks.
Okay. All right. So Frank is walking basically next to you, and Demward is in front of you, and you're kind of walking along this narrow, winding path, and it's maybe 10 feet wide at best. And on the right there is a chasm. On the left there is a steep slope, and you're taking care, making sure nothing you don't fall or anything. And then Jane raises her hand and says, "Something's coming." Everyone gets ready, draws their weapons, and you do hear something. Something is coming from directly above you. As in, it's coming down the slope, like there's pebbles falling and stuff, but you don't see it because of a rock shelf that is limiting your vision.
Avalanche. Oh, right. Well, I guess I just brace and stand with my big, massive hammer out. This is when, like, a rock falls on my head, I bleed out and die, and that's it.
You hear a low hiss, and coming down from this rock shelf, like up 20 feet above you, comes crashing down towards you a basilisk. Just jumped off the high point and tries to squash you. And let's see. D20 plus. Get a plus. Guess it should, right? Let's just roll a D. Let's just roll a D2 and see what happens. Okay, so that's plus 5, right? 5. Huh? Just to find the AC of a thing. Hold on.
We
This
we
thing
just
comes-
stay there in stasis.
Okay, so this thing comes crashing down towards Frank. Roll initiative while I find it. Alright, it doesn't hit him. So it lands with a heavy thud and starts off with 3 bludgeoning damage from the gravity. Good start, good start. Look, it's already damaged. You're almost won.
Yeah.
Quickly, replace the stats with an angel because I can't find Basil in the monster manual. Nobody will notice, right?
20 feet's a big height.
Okay, roll initiative. Everyone roll initiative. I'm sorry.
Already
Now I
did.
have to roll the initiative. Hold up, there's a bunch of people. All
Yeah.
joins the fight.
Oh look,
Cavalry
is that
has
you,
arrived.
my friend? Come join me.
Let's see. You get +0. I just took a screenshot. Initiative. Totally removing hypnotic pattern from it. And we're adding things like Hubert, Jane, Frank, Basilisk, them were. There you go. You rolled, my dear sir, a 16. That's a very nice result. 16. Demward rolled a 7. Jane rolls 2. She gets a 10. Basilisk is -1. So it gets a 15. Oh boy. Now, I'm assuming you. Give me a quick nature check, Bart, before you do anything. Bart, sorry.
Yep. Oh no. Oh
mean,
no,
oh,
it's
no.
not my strongest of things.
Give it to me.
What the fuck did I just see?
It's, I
A
told
-1?
I told
What
you
is your
it's
intelligence, body?
it's not good.
It's 6?
Would you like to lose your
My
luck to
intelligence
lose?
is 7.
Oh my
Would you like to
god,
use your
you're a
luck
moron!
Uh,
-1.
the
The basilisk learns about you instead.
No.
Alright, I think this is a little silly to roll, actually. The longer I think about it, the more I think so. But sure. Would you
It's
like
a
to roll
giant
lucky?
chicken!
It's a giant chicken.
Would you like to reroll with luck or something like that?
No. No. I mean, again, what am I going to roll? You know, it'd probably be even worse.
Okay, so what do you do?
How can you roll worse than fucking 0?
I mean, -2.
No, you cannot roll any lower.
You rolled a natural 1. You can't roll lower than that, but yeah. Okay, so what do you do? There's a basilisk coming towards you. It's like 15 feet away, right? Because it fell, almost fell on top of Frank.
Right. I guess I just can I move close and attack it? Am I close enough?
You can get close enough.
All right. Yeah, I'll move. Well, I
Right,
want this
so-
recorded that I'm actually doing something. I'm fighting. All right. I want
Okay,
this.
so
I want this on the record.
First off, give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You're not affected by its petrifying gaze. Good. And you
nice.
move into wax, so roll to hit.
All right. On my PDF, it says I got 4 hit dice. Now I didn't explain why I have 4 hit dice.
Because you're level 4.
Yeah, but you told me I had to remind you every time I make an attack because it does something.
What? Don't think so.
You
Just
did.
roll an attack.
You said I have an extra something. I have like an extra dice with my hit.
Okay, so that's something else. But now I don't remember what I could have possibly meant by that. Let me look at your Let me look at your thing. Character sheet.
I put it in my PDF file. And
No, it's local. Okay. However, I don't think there's anything special.
Cam?
Nah. I think you should just roll. Are you using it one hand? You're using the warhammer, right? But are you using it one-handed or two-handed?
Two.
Okay, so it's a okay, so you don't have your shield, but you do more damage. Okay, so roll up.
All right, let's do it. I believe.
That's actually right on the spot. You hit it.
Just smack it in its stupid face, chicken head.
Yep, you hit it. Takes damage.
Nice.
It notices you.
Oh.
Yeah, it turns towards you and it tries to bite you. It's its turn. No, it doesn't bite you. It tries to glomp on you, but you pull away in time and Frank distracts it. Jane shouts at the three of you and says, "Look away from it, you morons! Look away! It will turn you into stone!" And as she backs away, further along the path, and once she's at a safe distance, she tries to shoot it.
Yeah, she's gonna shoot it with looking away from it.
She pulls away for a bit of distance, and then she fires. She has disadvantage because she's firing into a melee fight, but she can still hit, right? She has +4 to hit, so first hit. Oops, one more d20. Right, yeah. She fires twice, and both shots fly wide.
Oh my god.
Right, Frank didn't get the memo, so he needs to roll me a d20, and he becomes restrained. So you see Frank like in a panic, like trying to shout, but something is gripping his throat, and you see him slowly start turning gray. He's turning into stone. So he tries to swing at the thing, but again, it comes with great difficulty. He misses. And Demward is also smarter than that, and he did actually listen. And since he is a big guy, he's using his large posture to get a better attack, even though it exposes him to the basilisk. So even though he has closed eyes, it's a normal roll, and he hits the basilisk for 6 points of damage. Right, Hubert, it's your turn. So if you don't avert your eyes, you will have to roll a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail it twice, you're gonna turn into a statue.
Well, my life wasn't built on smart decisions.
Yeah, sure. That's a success.
Alright, well, whack him again. Let me get a hammer. Use inspiration as well for epicness.
It's a good thing you did, because you would have missed. Alright, so you do 6 damage to this thing, and the basilisk... Yeah, the basilisk turns and bites at the now exposed Demward. Lowest +5, I think. Hits him. And Demward takes... Yeah, he takes 2d6 plus 3 damage, and on top of that, he takes 2d6 poison. He takes 7 damage.
Big
21
God.
damage.
Is he dead?
He's not dead, but that thing glomps into him heavily.
We're never gonna get to the castle. It's all over.
Jane tries to fire again.
Oh god.
She keeps far away for good reason. Even though that means just her shots are just flying, wide. And Frank gets his second Constitution saving throw, and turns into a statue. Doesn't move at all. At all.
Is he dead?
Dead-ish. Well, not really dead, just petrified. Very petrified. And Demwood goes for another blind strike and hits the thing again. For another 7 damage, and Hubert, it's your turn again.
Ain't no race for the wicked, right?
Who the hell wants... Okay, yeah, you succeeded. Another dexterity save. Nice for you.
Oh,
Nice damage.
Oh!
Yeah, you wound this thing severely now. You slam it in the side as it's exposed, trying to with its jagged teeth still deep in Demwood.
No,
you
should
shake
be
it off
con,
of him.
Should be con. Fail. Never mind.
Look, we just take the roll, whatever it is, and we just change the modifier. It's a pass regardless. Okay, so the basilisk, yeah, it howls in pain and turns to... No, it doesn't. It keeps biting at the big target. Lowest +5. Bites the big target of Demward, and it deals him... Doesn't have any resistances. Deals him 18 damage total.
Now he's dead.
And Jane shouts at you, Hubert, use your magic, do something! And I don't know, keeps trying to fire.
Oh, well, look, he's trying to be a leader from the back.
Should have been a +4, but that's a miss. That's a miss. Yeah, she can't hit anything. You're obscuring her aim.
I'm not that fat. Oh my
Yeah, but you're
god.
Yeah, but she's afraid of hitting you, so she's making sure the shots don't
Oh
land
my
in your belly.
god. Did
But
you
she's
just
also
assume
missing
my
the basilisk's
size?
belly now. Okay, yeah. Demward is also wounded, by the way. I'm not sure if you're
Frank's dead.
interested in that. Frank's dead. And now it's Demward's turn. Yeah, he's just in full rage mode right now. Keeps swinging. Hits again. He's a monster. 13 damage again. Hubert, it's your turn.
Oh my god. Is the thing not dead?
It's reeling, but it's not.
Oh my god. Right, so we got two injured. Well, Frank's dead, right? He's a statue.
He's a statue. Technically speaking, you can restore him, but you need a restoration spell, which is a 3rd level spell.
Right, and Denwood is the one that's been chomped up, right?
Yeah, he's wounded now.
He's pretty bad, right? Pretty bad.
Yep.
Hmm. I mean, I guess I'll touch. Well, can I touch Wenwood? What of it? Denwood?
Yes, you're right next to him. However, well, do you keep your eyes open? Again.
I mean, well, there's no point if I'm gonna be.
If you don't close your eyes, you still are exposed to the basilisk petrifying gaze.
Yeah,
and you
but
can close them.
I might as well, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm not attacking.
Yeah, you can close it. Close them with no penalty.
I mean, before I slip and heal the basilisk instead.
It has to be a willing creature, although technically, nah. Of course you won't.
All right.
Alright, you heal him for 14, sure. Nice boost of health. And now the basilisk goes to bite him again. 20 drop lowest, 5. That's a percent, so that's 22. And a hit. So Demward takes 16 points of damage because I can't roll suddenly. And Jane just keeps trying to fire because she knows that if she comes closer, she will probably turn into a rock as well. And she's not interested in that.
Dwayne Johnson.
No hitting. Nope. Frank is a statue, and I'll move him. Demward tries to hit him again. Oh, hits him again. And chops the basilisk head in twain. Falls down dead on the side on the path.
Nice.
There's a few deep breaths. And Jane says, Demward, you can open your eyes. After a while, he does, looks around. He touches one of the bite marks that's like almost fully closed up and says to you, Hubert, hey, thanks. And he looks at Frank. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Frank is literally a rock right now. He's fully stone.
Does anyone know what to do in this situation? I ask.
Unless you have magic of that strength. Do you?
No.
And she grits her teeth and says, and there's nothing we can do.
Oh. I mean, I'm sorry.
And there's just an awkward silence, which is broken down by Demward, who says, "Hey guys, look!" He points kind of off into the distance, and the fog has cleared up a little. The clouds have raised further up to allow you to see better, and you see a solitary stone structure, uniform in terms of color, with the rest of the surrounding. It's a bit of a distance away, particularly because of this crag in front of you. But you're staring at some sort of rock tower. And Jane says, "High rock, huh?"
I mean, I guess, but shouldn't we be looking out for the other basilisks?
Look, there's no way this knight is paying us more than this thing is hiding.
What? What? Then why did we even accept the contract?
We might as well have, right? You didn't know the High Rock was here, or if it was even real.
I feel like we should finish what we've started and finish this contract. Why would we dive into something that we don't know we're going to get
Because it's-
guaranteed pay from?
But it's right there. We're so close. We can probably reach it before sundown.
I grab her and turn her and make her look at Frank. It was just what Frank would want. Would he?
And Demward says, "Yes, actually, kinda likes gold."
He doesn't like anything now. He's dead. You're going to let his death be in vain?
Point taken. You're trying to persuade them away from tower, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Jane says, "Look, regardless, the tracks are still leading further. If we're going after Basilisk, we might as well go in that direction and check if those belong to this one, or there's more."
Okay.
Fine.
Fine.
And you set off again. Do you heal Demward anymore? He's a little wounded.
No.
All right. So you continue all the way, and Jane is still tracking this thing, occasionally looking at the tower, which you can now see pretty much throughout. I'm looking for a thing in the... Right. Yeah, you guys are walking further and further along.
Microphone muted.
And but yeah, the tracks actually lead you to the gaping entrance of the tower. That's how far you lead. They lead, and in the night is fast approaching now, almost dark. But you see in the you you see in the you see yeah, you approach you keep climbing the slope, and you approach the base of this tower, and the tracks lead, well, basically to it. And up there you see the very base of this like structure, and in front of it there are 3 doors. And can we take like a 5-minute break? We really need to go to the bathroom. It's a pretty good point to stop.
No, keep going.
Let's take a 5-minute break.
No, keep going.
You'll live. It's fine. I need a moment anyway.
So who thinks I should fuck over Jane and the group once all this is done? Murder them all.
Is that really a question?
I will, well, maybe. I mean, one's down already, right?
Yep.
What would Olin do in this situation? Guide me, oh great one.
Oh, he'd probably run.
No. Okay. I'll ignore that
Or he would
advice.
still probably be at the bandit camp because how Zaya likes to fucking talk about shit instead of doing it.
I just need Jane dead. I could be a leader.
Of whom though?
Leader, yeah.
Of one
It's like-
person. I kind of wanted to push over the statue to see if he would break.
Right, you ready?
That's why. Oh, I was just saying that's why DDD sucks. Carry on. We were just having a lovely discussion.
I mean, I do agree that I do certain things wrong. I also do certain things right.
No,
Okay,
we
so
love
you
you. We
approach
love
the.
you.
I know when you're kidding, and I know when you're not. So you
Wow.
approach. Okay, so you approach the. You approach the base of this castle, right? This tower, right? And at the bottom of it, you see there's like a nook, rock shelf that extends itself further out, and below it you see like a small depression in the ground, and in it you see two large scale-covered eggs, and the third one that is cracked and open. And
Smash him! Smash him! Smash him immediately!
you run over and just go to make scrambled eggs.
Damn straight. Well, I'm gonna pocket one. Can I? Are they? How big are they?
They're the size of your head, actually. They're large eggs.
Can't really pocket one then.
I mean, you can put it in your backpack. It's fine. It
Oh,
weighs
yeah.
like 5 pounds.
I'll put one in my backpack. Why not? Oh, why
Build
not?
that ye they need.
I'm gonna add that to my backpack. I've got basilisk egg.
That's what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Ostrich egg.
Yeah, you look up. So you grab and smash the egg. You look up and
Smash
you
one
hear
egg.
this.
Grab
Yeah, you smash one and grab the other.
Take the other out.
You hear a loud screech like a bird from above, like a hawk maybe. Probably the closest thing you can associate with it. And you see high above the tower, you see a pair of griffins circling high above. They don't seem to be coming down or anything. They are patrolling in the twilight sky.
So I hope this is a griffin egg. That'll fetch way more.
Would you want to sell that thing? Jane said.
It's what we do, Jane.
I guess it's worth some and probably won't hatch without the mother. The nobles buy all sorts of crazy things anyway.
Right.
But hey, this is more interesting. And she turns your attention to the 3 doors, not 3 doors, the 3 pathways carved into stone. In the base of this tower, look up, way up, at least a dozen stories high. A large, thick tower too. There's a lot of space in there. And there are 3 gateways, and above each of them there is a plate showing a different thing. So on the left one there is a snake, nice little imagery of a snake. On the middle one there's a river, and on the right one there's like a cobbled road depicted, and above those there is a larger plaque, and on it there's some sort of writing in a language you maybe understand. What languages do you know?
Yeah. English and American. What? Just dwarvish, isn't it? Really?
And common for sure. But any others?
No.
All right. So
I mean, my intelligence is 70. Why'd you mock me?
I'm not mocking you. I'm asking if you understand it, or if you need someone to translate.
I can barely breathe.
So yeah, Jane points to the thing up there and tells you, "Do you speak Elvish by any chance?"
Okay, I just facepalm. No, of course I don't. I'm a dwarf.
Well, then let me read this to you, and maybe you can make sense of it. Writhing along the earth, I go unamused. Naught do I fear, yet many I avoid. Without respite I move, forever bound to the ground I came from. What the hell does that mean?
Okay, Jane, you're talking to someone that's got very low intelligence.
I'm
What
writing
about?
it down. Hold on.
What was it Wentworth? Whatever his name was.
I already forgot. Wet word, right? Dem word. Sorry, dem word.
Demworth, yes. I look at Demworth. Do you have an idea?
And there you go. Yeah, he looks at you. He looks at the things. Oh, it's a riddle. It's a riddle, all right.
It's
Eric.
clearly.
I typoed. I don't know. Let's see this one. And he walks into the doorway with the snake on it.
No.
Yeah, he walks down
I
that walkway.
shout. Oh my god.
Like, what? It's safe here. And he keeps walking. And you lose sight of him. Starting to get dark over here, though.
I mean, maybe you should come out.
And I think there's something here.
Yeah,
And-
probably should come
and then,
out.
and then he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! And you hear him scream, and then his voice like fades away. And yeah, he's screaming as he's falling somewhere. Jane rushes in,
Oh my god.
and she takes out the torch from her pack, like lights it, and like keeps walking forward. And yeah, there is no silence. She stopped. What do you do?
I just shout. Do you see anything?
There's no response. I mean, you can see the flame flickering, right? She either left the torch behind or didn't go anywhere.
Well, I'm gonna. Clearly, I would say that's the wrong. I'm going in the doorway of the river.
Right, so you have dark vision, so you can see here much more easily. And this looks like a doorway. I mean, okay, so it goes into the rock, right? First, it starts off of like a 50-foot, the straight, rather narrow corridor, and then there's a staircase down into the earth.
Okay. Do I see any potential traps or?
If you give me a perception check, you can look around. It's gonna take a few
do
minutes.
yeah, well, I mean, considering I don't know what happened. I keep forgetting his name. Demworth.
Demward.
Demworth. That's what I said. Yeah.
You see no traps. Or you detect no traps. As you're checking for traps, you hear walking behind you, and Jane approaches you, her head hung down. She tells you, fell. It was a trap door. It was a trap.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of. I mean, I was trying to stop him. I mean, you.
Maybe you were right. We shouldn't have come
Yeah, don't say. Well, I mean, from what I could gather with your predicament, your daddy's away, right? Your boss is gonna go after you if you don't have any coin, and let's face it, this thing's probably gonna kill us as well, right? So I mean, why not just keep going?
here. You think this path is safe? I don't understand that riddle.
Oh, I think it's perfectly safe. So much so that I will show you, and I rush forward.
Okay, so do you want to slip down the stairs, or do you just want to walk down with Grace?
Yeah, well, I'll walk with grace. Seems you put it that way.
Okay, yeah, you walk down the staircase, and there seems to be a tunnel that leads somewhere. Long and it's dark. You don't walk into any trap, though. That's a start.
All right, perfect. Right. I turn to Jane. Do you feel good about this?
Well, now that we came down here and nothing happened, yes.
Okay, brilliant. So I mean, let's agree that we'll take turns doing these dangerous things. I went first down the stairs. Perhaps you go first into this tunnel.
Looks at the tunnel, gulps loudly, and says, "Fine, only fair." And yeah, you trade you trade leads after like every after you reach each turn in the road in the tunnel, right?
Yep.
Okay, so eventually, so this tunnel was sort of a winding path. You probably spent like half an hour going places. Then, at first it's going kind of straight, but then it slowly starts raising. And you start going up, and after a while, you realize that you're going up a spiral. And it takes you a little while, right? But nothing bad happens, right?
Okay, that's good considering
Are you
I was winging it. Okay.
Are you disappointed?
No, I'm alive.
What,
A
you don't
happy
want
day.
something to happen?
I mean, what? No, because if something happens, it's going to be like an instant death, like poor whatever his name's had. Probably got eaten by a giant serpent.
You are so
Awful.
unexciting.
Oh yeah, fuck me for trying to live.
Yeah, how dare you?
Right.
Okay, yeah. You continue walking, walking, and
Microphone
Yeah.
muted.
you're fairly certain that it's nighttime outside by now. But hey, this thing is still going somewhere, right?
That's
And
right.
eventually, like the torch is slowly starting to run out, but but the tunnel has straightened out, and you see that there is a clear, this time a sharp right turn ahead of you. Previously, it was all kind of winding and kind of at an angle, never very sharp or drastic, but this one's like a 90-degree turn.
Whose turn is it to go forward?
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it's you if it's 1 through 10. It's her if it's 11 to 20.
Okay.
Okay, it's her. So she walks forward. She looks around the corner and you see her face light up, and she rushes inside.
I cautiously follow behind.
Oh yeah, you walk into a treasure room. There is it's a nondescript room carved.
Nondescript crypt.
Yeah, there's a crypt. There's a vampire. It comes out and bites.
Dead.
It's a small. It's an unimpressive stone room with a large pillar at its center, and all around it there's a bunch of various various coins and treasures strewn across the room.
I'd tell Jade not to touch anything and say, don't you think it's a bit odd how all we've done is just walk through a door and there's all this treasure here? Don't you think somebody would have done this beforehand? It doesn't make sense all this gold would be lying around so easily.
And she like fishes out a large gem from a pile.
Oh my god.
Looks it around. Maybe, but this place really wasn't that welcoming now, don't you think? Besides, everything seems fine.
I mean, does she take any more?
Well, she waits for you to take action now that you've scorned her.
I mean, I just look at her and are you gonna do any? Oh, well, oh, fuck it. I'm gonna open my backpack and scoop all this treasure into my backpack.
Okay, so you're starting to just collect all this stuff, right?
Yep. Why not?
Alright, let's see how much stuff there is. So first off, there's a bunch of copper change. There, you find a grand total of 1,800 copper pieces just strewn across the room. This thing is, there's so much copper here that it weighs you down, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so there's 1,800 copper, 1,000 silver pieces, right? There is, as well, there is 80 gold, and just, spread across the room, and there's a bunch of gems and other stuff. So you find a pouch of moonstones, which is worth of 5 moonstones, which are worth 250 gold pieces. And you find a another pouch filled with a pouch of 9 chunks of blue quartz, and those are worth 10 gold each. And there is also the roll. I already rolled roll. Rolled this 29 this, and then I rolled a 5. So you find. I hope you're keeping track of all this shit. It's getting plenty.
I am.
Okay, you find another chunk of 5. Well, I said moonstones previously, or let's roll this. Okay, so you find a chunk, another pouch with this time 5 bloodstones. They're worth about the same price than a moonstone is, so 250 gold pieces as well. Total for 50 each. And you also find one more thing. You scoop it up before she can grab it. Once I find the table, then I tell you what it is. Lost the table. On the table. You find a gem. You find you find kind of buried in a pile of copper coins. You find a gem, a red, like a ruby, a small ruby. When you pick it up, it's hot to the touch. Like a,
Okay, leave
like
that
a
then.
hand. It's like a hand warmer. It's clearly magical in some way. You don't know what it is, and you need someone to identify it for you, probably. But
Maybe
it's
I'll
clearly a
take it.
magic item.
Yeah, I'll take it. Hot ruby.
And you find one more thing that is of potential interest. Need to do one thing. So take note of all the stuff that you found, and
I have.
Think of the split that you do with Jane.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna get right on that.
I'm assuming you don't want to split at all.
What?
You don't want to split at all. That's what I'm getting
What?
at here.
No, I'm. What are you on about? I'm a lovely dwarf.
Okay, so you pile all this money in the middle of the room, and
What exactly is Jane doing at this moment in time?
I mean she's there with you, kind of looking through the coins, right?
Yeah, is she paying attention now?
Are you trying to smack her in the head? If you are trying to smack her in the head, give me like 2 minutes to finish this one thing, and then I'll tell you what
Maybe
happened.
I'm
Okay?
trying to smack her in the head. Maybe yes.
Hold up. It's a little bit more difficult than I expected. This is difficult for no good reason.
Why would you say that, Zoo? Why would you say that? My feelings.
All right, ready? Okay, so you've looted the place dry, gathered it all up. Jane is like counting it out, splitting it evenly in half, and you take note of a plaque on the column in the middle of the room, and there is some dwarvish text there for some odd reason, and it says, this is also kind of weird because it's oddly poetic for a dwarf, right? Clearly, some imbecile, not dwarf, ordered it to be made in this way, right? Makes sense
Yep.
to you?
Yep.
And it seems to be like another riddle, right? And it says, "O earthly goods, how glittering are thee! For all you are worth on this transient land, you cannot buy what has true worth. Only through blood may the real treasure come to thee." I think something got lost in translation.
Well, interesting.
Okay, what do you do?
I mean, again, Jane's distracted, right?
Yes. You have advantage.
Yeah, boy. I'm just gonna give a slight tap to the back of the head with a warhammer.
You have advantage. Go ahead. Nice crit, bro. Okay, she's not knocked out by that hit. Sorry. She's like, ah, what? Actually, maybe she isn't. Gonna roll her.
She's not
HP.
knocked out.
Microphone activated.
You had
Technically
a
could
fly
be.
on
No,
the
she's
back
not.
of your head.
Yeah, you smack her, and she like
Microphone
rolls
muted.
over, like blood. You cave her head in a little, but no, she's like, "Ah, what are you doing?" And she
She's
pulls-
still conscious? Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
she pulls out her short sword and jumps at you to attack. Roll initiative.
Oh my god, how can she do this?
Okay, so she goes first. She
Well, she
screams at you,
does.
"You bastard! You bastard!" And
Rude.
she goes to touch you once, twice. Misses you both times. Your turn.
I just laugh. Classic Jane move. Always missing. I slam and got a bitch.
Okay, this is a killing blow, I assume,
Is it?
or is it? You knock
Oh,
her down
yeah,
to
no,
0
fuck,
HP.
yeah,
You
no,
kill
she's
her,
dead.
or do you knock her unconscious?
No, she's very much paced on the floor at the moment.
All right, yeah. So yeah, she goes to like stab you, but no, misses horribly, and you go in for a roundhouse slam with the warhammer, and you catch her in the side. You shove her like for half a turn around the room, and slam her into the column. And with her last dying sight, like she looks at you, like she looks at you with her agonal breath, and like tries to see, like manages to whisper, "Why?" Before she slides down, leaving a red trail on the column.
I mean, yes, good. I think back to the old riddle and wonder if the blood here is good enough for the real treasure.
The plaque lights up, flashes, and then the stone column starts grinding downwards. Grinding sound.
Oh,
And it wasn't so much a column as it was like a raised point on the floor, and coming down towards you is a sight you have seen in Chazal already. It's a hole into pitch blackness surrounded with these swirling purple energies.
It's a portal?
Yeah, the column slowly lowers itself into the ground, and once it becomes level with the rest of the floor, it stops, and the portal lies wide agape in front of you.
Well, tickle my tits and call me Fanny. That's something you don't see every day. That's a common dwarven saying, by the way. I hope you know that. Good.
Sure.
Right, well, I mean, reliving my past experience of a portal, I remember. Well, first I tried to touch it, and I got blown halfway across the fucking room. And then, for some reason, I ran back in, and I don't know why. It was awfully cold and horrible and dark and miserable. So I guess reliving those experiences, I touch it again. See what happens.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, we're dead.
Yeah, you're good. It's like coldness immediately envelops your body as you come into contact with the portal, and your fingers pass through it. But other than that, nothing happens.
Right. Well, I mean, the riddle says what? The true treasure shows itself. So would that? I think. Does that imply I should go through? I ponder.
I'm pondering if you're taking the loot or if you're leaving it in a neatly organized pile in the middle.
Oh, of course I'm taking the loot.
Okay, so you gotta write down all the shit that you've taken because there's too much stuff.
Yeah, I've got it in a notepad.
Okay, good.
It's not smart to go through the portal. It's really
when
not.
you look through it, you see far off in the distance. You do see that there is another portal in it. It's not complete blackness like the first time, right?
Intriguing. Oh, I don't think I should, but I'm going to. I'm going to the portal.
Okay, so you entered the portal. Give me another Constitution save.
Oh, we're dead, boys.
You're fine. You're fine. And yeah, you do see that like there's another portal this time. You look behind you. There's this room, high rock, sorry, and far off in the distance, 400 feet roughly, there is another portal.
Right, so there's a portal in front of me I can go to. Or I can leave. But where's the fun in that, right? Am I right? Look at you, you're smiling, you look devious. I don't think this is a good idea now.
Oh really? Do you run over?
No, I cautiously walk towards the other portal.
Okay, so if you're just walking there slowly, you're gonna need to give me 12 Constitution saving throws. Just roll 12 d20 and we'll add the modifier.
12?
12 d20. Unless you hurry, then cut it in half.
Okay, well yeah, I'll do that then.
Not a very hard check really, so fine. All right, so roll a d. So yeah, you're making your way over in this unpleasantly cold area. For the most part, you're fine, but as you're closing in on the other portal, the cold is starting to get to you, and you take 2 cold damage.
Oh my god!
From this void that surrounds you, and you burst out of it, and you had a little bit too much speed. You weren't prepared for it, and you rush off the step in the Chazal, in the ruin. Yeah, in the ruins of Chazalian portal. Someone still in here? Or did I remove
I just run into the Lich King down here. Is he down here still? Hello?
Hold on.
Lich King, hello.
And you run into this place, like dimly lit by the lights of the portal alone. And you were going a little too fast, so you barrel off the steps and land uneasily at the bottom. And you seem to be in Chisel right now.
What?
Yeah, this is the place where that you saw when you first came here.
Yeah, well, I'm extraordinarily confused. I scratch my head. I take a second. I look around. I'm a bit bewildered, really. I'm trying to make sense of everything that happened. And then I make my way out to see if this is really Chazal.
It is Chisel.
How do we know, though?
You walk out and you recognize the place.
Could all be a dream.
It could be a dream. But that is for next time to find out. Let's do a final scene, okay? So our point of view goes to the guard barracks. Yeah, you recognize this place, right? Bit of a mess.
Do I?
I mean, okay, so what we see as the players, it's the wee hours of morning. Not exactly sure what time exactly it is. Wait, you're in Chazal, and let's not. Let's go back to the Chazal thing. You're in Chazal, yes?
I guess.
So what do you do in Chazal?
What
It's
do
morning.
I do?
It's not morning. It's just past nightfall on the 23rd.
I've got a lot of moolah. I guess I go home and just stash my shit.
All right. Good rest for the night. Yeah. On the way there, you pass by some. Yeah, you pass by a guard or something, and they greet you. Like, ask where you've been.
Oh, you know how it is. You go out, you try and find a priest. The next thing you know, you're riding a giant. And the next thing you know, you're in another city. The next thing you know, you've killed a basilisk. And then the next thing you know, you go through a portal.
Oh, you killed the basilisk.
Yeah.
So will the knight come over for the winter festival?
Well, I didn't actually tell him that the basilisk is dead because I went through a portal by mistake.
I think looks behind you. Oh, that's
But
interesting.
if you've got a messenger bird or raven, you could send a message to say the deed has been done.
Well, someone should come. Someone should be going south before the festival. So with any luck, you can still make it. We'll have a week after all.
Yeah. But listen, bad things happen down there. I don't want to go back there. Unless you've been there, you wouldn't understand.
Right. Perhaps I would. I don't know. I don't like the south. Now with the basilisk talk and the giant. Huh, who knows? Hey, did you hear? Remember those orcs? They escaped when the Lich King came. Remember those?
What, the ones that were south of the city? What?
Yeah. Turns out, and get this. Turns out the wild animals were seen chasing and killing them. Insane, isn't it?
What wild animals did that?
Yes.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding you. That's literally what Tom told me just now.
What kind of beast would do so? How?
He shrugs.
Well,
And weird things happening here, and that doesn't even make me question it.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things out there. I mean, the biggest thing I've learned is just don't trust anyone. You know, sometimes your biggest enemy is right under your nose.
And that's true. That's true. That necromancer is still here. I don't know how
Yeah.
the captain can possibly stand her.
No,
They've
that's right.
executed her right when she came here. Damn
Yeah.
the royal paladin.
Did you hear what she did to me?
No,
She was
no.
hurt.
What did she do?
Rough. Get this, right? Get this nonsense. She was hurt. As we all know, I'm a good guy. I like to help. I like to heal. I went to go
the,
and
the skulls. The skulls. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah, I heard that.
yes. And all I was doing was trying to help. And the next thing I know, I'm on my ass and I've got some cuts on me. Like,
He shakes his head. How dare she?
I know. I mean, what's happening with her at the moment?
She's locked up in the barracks.
She's still there, is she?
Yeah, she's locked up in the barracks. Now that the priest's arrived, he's probably gonna question her. And maybe he can get something out of her.
Yeah. Well, I
we
hope he
need
doesn't
answers
touch
and we need them
her.
fast, man.
I mean, if you're telling me, listen, I'm always going to be here for the city. So you know, if you ever need a healer in these situations, I've got you. Okay.
Aw. Yep. Now, I'll leave you to it then. My night patrol is starting.
Enjoy, my good man. Enjoy.
Oh, I'll
And,
try, and this hold it's difficult, and he walks off.
I tossed him a gold coin.
Yeah, he catches it. Jake nods. And thanks.
Oh my god, how will I ever live without that gold coin now? Fuck.
Should have thought ahead of it. Mark inspiration.
Nice.
Say you come home, and well, it hasn't been broken into, and the door didn't fall out of its hinges. So there's that.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I guess.
Just rest for the night, or do you have any other
Yeah.
plans?
I mean, not really. I mean, it's pretty much.
All right. So you collapse into bed, and very quickly snoring can be heard.
I sleep on the bed that Anna was in, so I could still have her smell.
Sure, that works. I don't mind.
Moving on.
Moving on. So yeah, let's go to the guard barracks now, for real this time. So, we all know this place, right?
Yep.
And let's see. So, it's a little bit later now. It's the wee hours of morning, about to dawn. And Philip is wrapped up in a blanket, sitting in the corner, like dozing off. There's a lone solitary candle lighting this place. And peace, quiet, everything is fine. Behind the staircase, John has fashioned himself a little resting point bed out of crates and barrels, and he is sleeping there in the corner. Double the watch, make sure nothing happens to the necromancer, right? And Laura is sitting in their cell and trying to, huddling for warmth. Cold and unpleasant as hell. So cold, in fact, that she breathes out steam.
Yep.
And we see things from her perspective now. So we hear that the door to the barracks opens and then closes silently, and we hear we hear some people coming down the staircase into down to the basement of the barrack. And Philip eventually wakes up and says, "What are you doing here? This is private property." We hear him stand up and walk over. The other people have stopped. We hear Philip walk over towards them. Says, "I said this is a restricted area. You are trespassing right now." And the next thing we hear is that is a punch and a muffled whimper from Philip as he crumbles to the ground. And suddenly, in our vision, we see two shadows appear in front of Laura's cell door, and one of them is fiddling with the lock. Opens up, and the other shadow steadies a crossbow, and the bolt, the metal head of the bolt glints in the faint light, and the man says, "Don't make a fucking noise, or I'll kill you." And the other two men come inside, grab her forcefully, and drag her out. They leave the unconscious Philip lying on the ground, and walk up the stairs, leave through the front door, shut it behind them. And for a moment there is a silence. Nothing is happening, and then the camera moves over to John, lying completely motionless behind the staircase,
Oh my
wide
God.
open eyes. And with the final shot of John's face, we cut. Thank you for playing.
Did you kill John?
No, he's just lying there, afraid to move.
I'm saying, if you kill John, I'm gonna.
Gonna be upset?
Oh, very upset. Fucking legend.
Alright, since you're resting as well, and this will probably be a long rest, you get 700 XP for dispatching the Basilisk. You get 700 XP for claiming the treasure of High Rock, and you get 100 XP and a karma point for killing Jane. So for a total of 1500 experience points.
What the hell's the? Oh, I get karma points.
No, I'm just kidding.
I want karma.
It's gonna be the same shit with Zelos. He was complaining about the Revenant. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you get 1500 experience for what you did. Oh no, wait, you
Nice.
should get more for the portal as well. So you get 1600. Let's say the portals were 100. So you get 1600 experience, and then you portal travel destination. Write that down.
I mean, I'm the one that did. What did Jane do? Nothing.
Sure.
So what would have happened if we went to the stone path door?
That's a spoiler. You're gonna go there again, probably.
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna tell you.
go there. It's gonna be dangerous.
You know, there's a long pitfall one, and the next one, well, you'll see. Maybe not. Yeah, thank you for playing. I'm gonna see about doing a session this weekend. I'm not sure about my plans yet. Family
Wait,
plans, I mean.
I need to kill people.
Well,
Of
you should go on
things.
more one person on more solo adventures. You apparently get to kill party members.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how easy that was to get so much money.
I mean, it was a good setup, right?
Yeah, dude. And now I've got the basilisk money in my pocket as well. I just gotta go get it, I guess. I mean,
Oh yeah, you have a basilisk egg.
the money.
All right. So, gentlemen, thank you for listening. Buddy, thank you for playing. We'll see you next time.
Indeed. Hopefully I can kill more people. I mean, we all knew it was gonna happen, right? We all knew it.
Yeah, I was ready for that. Okay, so everyone is caught up because party is on this at the same point in time at a different place. 2 hours out from town in the lumber camp. So we're all good to go for next time. Okay, they're 3 hours out.
Hooray! Gonna be wonderful.
Yeah, nobody died except people that don't matter.
Nobody died, he says. Right.
I mean, just 3 bandits, right? Surely
Yeah,
I've
we
done
just
a
made
good...
the place safer.
That's right, I've done a good thing.
Yes, I'm sure Jane was evil.
Well, she's a bandit.
Now her origin story is gone, so tough luck.
She's just got her brain smushed against a pillar. She'd be fine.
It's a flesh wound, right?
That's right.
So how much money did you get out of that?
I got a whole shitload.
About
Just survive,
700.
you know. But with all the coins you picked up,
About
it's amazing
700
that
and
you even
a
counted
rupee.
them.
Look, it was a 2-man job, okay?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
It was, and then it wasn't.
So yeah, this is what? 500, 590, 670, 770. Yeah, you got like 780 gold.
Was -1 for the guard.
That's not
Sure.
bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
Told you to go south so many times and you guys insisted on going other places.
That's more that we got as our party, as our 4-man party.
Look,
Oh.
the proportionate gain is a little bit larger when you kill other party members so that you can grab all the XP and gold.
Well, I'm thankful that you didn't go and explore that yourselves. Thanks very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, they went and
no
killed an
problem.
Umber Hulk and they earned a bunch of chitin from this. So,
Yeah.
good job on the split.
So lucky. How does it work out for me? I don't understand. I fucked off from the group. Next thing you know, I'm rolling in riches and soon to be bitches.
Thank you for reminding me. I should probably plan a bigger hunting party now. Because what I had in mind for bounty hunters is clearly not going to be enough.
Oh dear.
Okay, I am
Alright.
going to go to bed. My alarm clock is set for 6:30 and it's midnight.
Mine's set for 7:30.
You bastard.
Alright. Well, GG.
GG. You guys
GG.
Yep.
GG. GG.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.